When it comes to seaside destinations, one place exerts an irresistible attraction for us Brits more than anywhere else on the planet.
The stunning shores of the Mediterranean boast a fantastic climate, captivating culture, and a rich history.
With 28,000 miles of coastline, this sea in the middle of the land connects Europe, Africa, and Asia, and is the destination for a third of the world's international tourists.
But it's not just about holidays. The Med is a place people love to call home. And why wouldn't you? With views and landscape like this on your doorstep. It is amazing as you come up through the house. It just sort of opens up and up and up. That is stunning. On this journey, I'll also sample the Mediterranean lifestyle in a bid to understand the magnetic draw of this enchanting place.
And I'll meet the expats and locals enjoying life in some truly amazing homes by the Med.
Oh, look at that. That is magnificent, isn't it?
This week I'm heading to marvellous Majorca, where modern mansions reflect the genius of geometry.
And then the fact the whole thing floats is really nice.
See-through floors are not for the faint-hearted.
That's pretty insane. Your entire sitting room sits on glass.
And spectacular sun terraces offer up glorious views.
That is fantastic. Majorca is one of the Med's most beautiful islands, with a little bit of something for everyone, from towering mountains and quaint hilltop villages to swanky resorts and gorgeous beaches.
Majorca sits in a part of the Med called the Balearic Sea and is located over 100 miles off the Spanish mainland. It's the largest of the Balearic Islands, and more than 10 million people come here on holiday every year.
And of course, the things that make this a great place to have a holiday, like the warm, dry climate and stunning scenery, make it an incredible place to live. And people from all over the world have bought and built homes here, from film stars to bar staff.
Today I'm heading towards my favourite part of Majorca, its rocky, unspoiled western coast. Majorca's image is changing as tower blocks for stags and hens are supplemented by more boutique accommodation for an upmarket clientele. One result, Majorca is now a boating haven, full of high-class yachts like this one.
It's a sign of the wealth that this island attracts and possesses, a wealth that is also reflected in the striking architecture that I can't wait to explore.
I'm landing at Port Sayer. This attractive little harbour town with its smart marina hasn't always been the tourist hotspot that it is today.
Ports like this didn't traditionally house lots of people, as most of the Majorcans would live a little inland, in the hills, in towns fortified against the regular raids of pirates and North African corsairs.
What changed these coastal towns was the coming of tourism in the 20th century.
And as the holiday business boomed, they grew in terms of scale and importance because of their proximity to the sea. So the one thing that had been their biggest drawback was exactly what these new invaders craved.
People from across the globe flocked here, and many have chosen to stay, giving the Balearic Islands one of the highest proportions of expat residents of all of Spain's regions. And I'm off to the home of one such foreigner first, as I travel 30 miles or so south to Cap Falco, just west of Palma, the island's capital. It's a home by the Med that exudes style from every angle of its intricate structure. This vision in charcoal and white is the perfect place to bask in the Majorcan sun. It's a monochromatic masterpiece. That's the full-time home of air hostess Lucinda Davies.
Very nice to meet you.
You
Nice
too.
to see your house. This slate's wonderful. Really nice.
I've got Welsh.
Ah.
Welsh background, so I've always loved slate. Slate looks really fabulous.
What I love about it is the little metal stainless steel studs are almost like stitching. It's like it's been sort of stitched on, which I think is really nice and breaks it up beautifully.
Yeah. You either love it or you hate it.
Really? Who hates it?
My husband.
Does he? Oh, that's unfortunate.
He loves the slate, but he doesn't like the clasps.
I really like them. I think they're brilliant. I think it would be too much. It'd just be too sort of austere if it wasn't for the little glints of metal.
Definitely. Would you like to come in?
I'd love to have a look around. That's very kind.
Lucinda's an air hostess with a home that's fit for the jet set. A literal sign is the stairway at the heart of the house, mirroring the steps that lift you to first class on Boeing 747s, Lucinda's favourite place to work. Together with her Italian husband, who successfully exports quality Spanish hams, Lucinda's financed, designed and built the house she's always dreamed of. One that took 20 months to build, but many years to plan.
My architect probably had a love-hate relationship with me, really, because I wanted to be very active. But I mean, he based our home on a portfolio of about 20 or 30 different homes that I'd done a collage of from all over the world. So he had a feel for what we wanted.
I mean, you say that. I think, you know, as designers, certainly when I'm designing my clients, the more engaged they are, the better, because you get a better product. It's more bespoke, more unique. You know, they push you, the ideas, the challenge of that. Tell me about the furniture as well. I love these little poofs, I think they're called, aren't they? These little
Yes.
leather mushrooms.
Yes, exactly. But it's like we've got them sprouting out all over the house, actually. Yeah, I actually designed them. That's why we've got so many. I had to buy a minimum of 10. So we have them all over the home. But yes, yeah, lots of people come in and say, oh, I love those. In fact, I've got a few people that have ordered them.
There's no airline tray food here. Lucinda's kitchen, with its spacious double oven and sleek breakfast bar cum workspace, is built for cordon bleu cooking.
Lovely dark wood.
And the feeling of luxury continues on the upper floor.
Nice little seating area at the top of the stairs as well.
Yeah, it's quite inviting.
There are 4 bedrooms, ranging from the subdued palette of the elegant master suite to the pad of Lucinda's daughter Daisy, a perfect place for a teenage girl. Continue climbing, and just like on a 747, you ascend to something first class. A jumbo-sized sun terrace with an amazing view.
It's really good from up here. It sort of opens out, and I didn't realise quite how close to the sea you really were.
Yeah, I
It's
think
fantastic.
we're actually probably at the most 250 metres, yeah.
And I can imagine, given the amount of chairs, that you do quite a lot of entertaining.
Yes, we're a bit party animals, I'm afraid.
Well, why wouldn't you when you've got a roof like this?
Exactly. It's a house we very much live in.
The view from the top is pretty special, but the house itself is a visual treat. And it hits the heights with its show-stopping rear elevation. That's where this slate and marble really takes off.
I love these steps. It kind of makes getting to the garden an adventure.
Total adventure.
I imagine after a few RIchest, though, it's
Difficult to manoeuvre, yeah.
bit of excitement. It's very dynamic back here, isn't it, the house, with these terraces and this huge black volume at the top. And then the fact the whole thing floats is really nice.
Yeah, it looks very lovely at night with the down lighting. It actually does look quite surreal because it looks like the house is
It's hovering.
Hovering, absolutely.
It's
yeah.
the future.
It is.
You've made the future.
With 6 distinct outdoor spaces, this is a house conceived to make the most of the Majorcan climate. Just one of the reasons Lucinda chose to make this island home.
So why Majorca? What brought you here?
Well, it's so cosmopolitan, stress-free, great schooling.
It is very cosmopolitan, isn't it? I mean,
Absolutely,
Palma
yeah.
is really a stunning city. And,
Oh, beautiful.
And has got that lovely mix of a little Mediterranean island, but with this very international cosmopolitan city. So you kind of get the best of both worlds, don't you?
Inland is also spectacular. In the winter, we tend to go to a different village every Sunday for lunch or something, just to discover more.
But today, lunch is at home, and I'm lucky enough to have an invite.
Thank you. Wow, this looks fantastic. Lovely. It's a great place to eat, isn't it? Just right next to the kitchen, out over the pool.
Lucinda's son Emilio and daughter Daisy live here with their parents. Together with Emilio's girlfriend Claudia, we're tucking into what's become Spain's national dish, paella.
That's fantastic. Where did you learn to cook this?
I learnt about 25 years ago in Salamanca.
So you've had a very long connection with Spain.
Yes, I've had a very long love affair with Spain.
Your mum's from England, your dad's from Italy, you've lived in Italy, you've lived in Spain. Where do you feel like you belong?
A bit from everywhere, yeah, but I really love to be here. It's fantastic. There's a great lifestyle.
What I love about this house is the balance of style and function is very nice.
Thank you. That's what we attempted to achieve. So
Well, I think you've got it. I think you achieved it. Thank you very much. Lovely food as well.
Pleasure.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Lucinda's house and hospitality has been a fantastic start to my tour of some of Majorca's finest homes, but there's plenty more to see. As I visit a villa that feels like it sits at the edge of the world.
That's fantastic.
Yes, look. I see you like it, huh?
I do. It's beautiful.
And I get a glimpse of Moorish Majorca.
This is the crown and glory. Really quite extraordinary.
I'm on the bejeweled island of Majorca. And I'm stepping back into its past, exploring Palma, Majorca's capital city. At its heart is the old town, a maze of alleyways and streets watched over by some of the island's oldest buildings. And it's a layout that reflects Palma's ancient roots.
Founded by the Romans, Palma was made great by the Moors, Muslims from North Africa who were here for 300 years, and they left this wonderful labyrinthine street plan, which is such a joy to stroll around. Virtually any other evidence of their occupation has gone, apart from one shining example, a beautiful little jewel of a building.
Tucked away on a narrow lane are Palma's astonishing Arab baths. Walking in here is like entering another world. The cultured, well-to-do world of Moors from 1,000 years ago. It's exciting and humbling at the same time.
This is the crown and glory of this place. It's the hot room, the caldarium. And it almost feels like you've walked into some kind of cave, a geological formation. But actually, you look closer, you can see it's made of brick. And it consists of a hemispherical dome that comes down and sits on 12 columns. And underneath the floor, there are 2 layers of stone with a series of flues running up around the building. And you would light a large fire under the floor. The flue gases would be drawn around the floor, up the sides of the building, and out, making this floor hot. So you could throw water onto it and have a steam room. This is 1,000 years ago, they were having hot steam baths in here. And there are some giveaways, some telltales that this is Moorish architecture. Very iconic arches that come over 180 degrees that just sort of flick out at the bottom. Really quite extraordinary.
The baths sit at the heart of an old town that had fallen into decay. But it's been restored to its rightful splendour over the last decade or so. Majorca's charms, though, aren't just urban. The island is blessed with immense natural beauty that can take your breath away. For my next property, I'm travelling north to Valdemossa. It's a gorgeous, honey-coloured town perched high in the Tramontana Mountains. It's spectacular, but so is the nearby coastline, and that's where I'm headed in the company of a German called Dieter.
There are amazing mountains up here on the north coast, aren't there?
Yes, very amazing.
He's so settled in the Majorcan way of life, everyone calls him Paco. And he has a house in an astonishing location. This is Villa Valdemossa, with its spectacular circular lookout tower. It's Majorca at its most magical. Sitting high above the Med on an unspoilt headland, it's a Moorish-style marvel set in sumptuous gardens, fit for a caliph with one of the best views on the island.
Wow, that is fantastic. You're right out on the edge. I mean, it just drops away in front of you. That's fantastic.
Yes, look.
I love the way you see down the coast with those amazing sort of mountains dipping into the sea.
I see you like it, huh?
I do. It's beautiful. And I mean, just the fact that you've got a wonderful sense of perspective and depth down that coast. It's so much more interesting than just looking straight out,
Yes.
isn't it?
When I was here the first time and I saw this view, I thought, you must buy this house.
This house is for you.
I feel in love the first time when I saw this view.
And how high up are you?
I think we are 400 meters.
That's a big drop. You must see for miles.
Let's come in. Let's have a look inside, yes?
Right.
Paco's house resembles a castle, but it's a mini one. It has 3 bedrooms all on the lower ground floor, a level below its main entrance. Built in the late 80s, it's the classic template of an upside-down house, based on the assumption the finest outlooks should be retained for the daytime spaces.
So the best views are all up here.
Yes, on the top is the best view.
Since Paco bought the house 5 years ago, he's lifted ceilings and brightened up what was a dark interior. And the centerpiece of the house is the spectacular round living room with its amazing sea views.
It's quite a traditional style, isn't it, the house? And in a way, it's a very strong shape to have this tower on the landscape, like a watchtower. And you have an almost like Gothic shape in these windows.
Yes, it's a traditional style, but a very special style.
Paco's a designer, and evidence of his taste abounds throughout the house. Drawn to natural materials, his own creations add personality to a home that couldn't be in a better location.
Yes, it was the first house was built in this area. And the first owner has picked the best view.
It's often the way, isn't it, that the first house has the best view.
Yes,
Is it?
of
You
course.
walk all the hillside, you go, here, this is the house.
Yes, of course, so it was.
Should we go and have a look around, look outside on these on the terraces?
Yes, we go.
It is very curvy, isn't it, the
Yes,
house?
look.
I can see why you struggled with furniture. Round rooms make it really hard. And this is local stone?
This is a local stone. All the houses here in this area have this stone.
It's quite nice, isn't it? It almost feels, when you look at the shape of the rock outcrops on the hills around, it almost feels like this is another rocky outcrop sticking out at
Yes,
the
it's
top
like
of this finger of land.
During his 5 years here, Paco has transformed the gardens. Specialist planting has countered the tricky combination of extreme sun and high winds that can batter Villa Valdemossa. But the gardens are just a prelude to an astonishing sun terrace.
It's nice to have a bed down by the pool.
Yes, it's my relax bed. I can jump from the bed into the pool.
Where, contrary to expectations, the lower elevation provides an even more remarkable view.
I thought the view that way was fantastic, and then this is equally extraordinary.
Yes.
I mean, such fantastic rocks
Yes, so
and the
many
trees
nice
clinging.
views. Yes, yes.
And to have it both ways, that's really special.
Yes, it's very special. Normally you have only one view, and here's all around the view.
And this area down here must just be fantastic in summer. You can cook, eat, swim,
Yes.
sleep, shower.
You live here, in summer you live here on this area.
Forget
on
the
this
house,
pool
just
area.
on this terrace.
Yes, I go only sleeping in the house.
But this is a great place for a shower.
Yes, it's the morning I like it. I go swimming and then I take a shower and I feel very happy. I see the sea and I feel very happy.
Look at the view,
Yes.
drink it in every morning. I totally understand why you fell for this house, why you had to have it. I mean, this terrace is just off the scale good.
It's amazing.
It's
huh?
amazing.
Yes, yes.
Really special. Beautiful.
Hidden away on this rocky shoreline, Villa Valdemossa offers a taste of wild Majorca in all its glory. Although millions of tourists flock to Majorca every year, this is an island that clings onto its robust local traditions.
Bon dia.
That's especially true when it comes to food. Majorca's a fertile island, proud of its own unique twists on Spain's culinary heritage, particularly its sausage. For the rest of the country, chorizo is king. Here in Majorca, it's sobrasada, a spreadable sausage with roots in 16th century peasant cooking. They've been making it at La Luna in the town of Sierre for over a century. And I've been invited to help produce the next batch. Tony Frau's family own the factory. The process starts with the meat, specially selected for a unique Majorcan flavour.
Here we have high quality black pork from Majorca.
Okay, so it's a local pig, all
Yes.
raised on the island. And what are they fed? Are they fed a special diet?
Yes. They fed on figs and oats.
Figs and oats?
Yeah. And the makes that the meat, it's sweet.
The pork's minced with an equal weight of fat and mixed with Majorcan salt and paprika, an ingredient added to the recipe after the discovery of the New World.
It's quite satisfying seeing it all mixed together, isn't it? There's something quite hypnotic about it.
Yeah.
This sobrasada mixture will be made into sausages and then left to cure. This takes from a few weeks to over a year, depending on the size and shape of the sausage. Because humidity levels on the island are high, as the meat cures, it doesn't dry out. The result? Sobrasada is spreadable and Majorcan through and through. And there's really only one way to assess its quality.
One for you
Oh, perfect.
and one for me.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
That's great.
Yeah. I like a glass of good red wine. It's perfect.
Well, I mean, you've been doing it for 116 years, so I'm glad you got it right, you know.
Yes. we know something.
You know something.
We know something.
It's absolutely wonderful, thank you.
This local delicacy has set me up for the second half of my tour of this enchanting island. Where a harbourside balcony is the place to admire the Majorcan landscape.
Ah, and the view.
And the magnificent view.
The mountains are spectacular, aren't they?
They're absolutely gorgeous.
And I face one of Europe's toughest cycling challenges.
I can understand why people are nervous about it, because these are very big mountains, very steep hills.
I'm continuing my tour of the west of Majorca, and for the next house on my Balearic excursion, I'm off back to Port Sayer. This is a charming town, full of narrow lanes that converge down at its fashionable marina, shared by traditional Majorcan fishing boats, the yachts, and cruisers designed for sheer pleasure.
The houses here in the middle of town tend to be quite small, and that reflects Port Sayer's history, because these would have been home to relatively poor fishermen and harbour workers. So if you want to get a place down on the waterfront, in the thick of it, and you want something large, well, you're going to have to use your imagination.
The property I'm heading for is on one of Port Sayer's pleasant but relatively run-of-the-mill streets. And if ever a house belies its humble exterior, then this is it. Because inside awaits a spectacular and slightly surreal surprise. It's owned by Janine Carhart.
Hello,
Hi,
Janine.
Charlie, come in.
Hello.
Welcome.
Whoa. This is insane. You've got a swimming pool on a glass floor.
Yes.
That's pretty insane.
Yes.
Your entire sitting room sits on glass.
Yeah, it sort of hovers above the pool with the twinkly lights.
Amazing. Is it sort of comfortable, or do you find it a bit strange if you're sat on the sofa watching TV, go and get a glass of water or something to have to...
No, that's fine. I'm well used to it by now. It does cover over if you need, you know, just to turn it down a bit, but it's lovely. And it's a talking feature, obviously.
With a 5-metre pool dotted with light sitting beneath its 2-centimetre thick glass floor, I feel like I'm floating above a shimmering sea. Janine's mini masterpiece is 11 years old. To build it, 3 tiny old fishermen's cottages were demolished. Then this sleekly designed house was built on their footprint to form a one-off. That's like nothing else in Port Sayer.
I was looking for about 4 years for a house on Majorca. I used to live in rented accommodation in Palma, and I spent my time looking for somewhere
Just right.
just right. Yeah.
4 years of hunting.
4 years of hunting, and all I had to do was open the front door. I just went, yeah, that's it. And it was, I love at first sight. It was perfect.
And you stand here and you can see right out to the harbour, so you're right on the harbour.
Yep.
While it does have a marvellous waterfront location, I'm keen to explore inside this daring design. Janine, who's from Yorkshire, is in the barrier and bollard business. But there's no restriction to the ambition of this surprising house. It's tall. The architect dug down the equivalent of an extra 2 floors to fit everything in. But it's the narrowness combined with the height that allows intimacy and scale.
That is an incredible space.
Yeah.
It's amazing. How many floors is the house spread across?
It's actually 5 floors.
So it's a bit like living in a tower.
It is, yes. And my bedroom's right at the top.
Up, up, up. Keep going up.
Janine's master bedroom is as cool as the shades of grey it's decorated in. But an even bigger attraction awaits.
Ah, and the view.
And the magnificent view.
The mountains are spectacular, aren't they?
They're absolutely gorgeous.
Absolutely wonderful with the kind of the rocks and the trees. It's incredible. And what do you get up to? How do you pass the time living down here?
Well, Living down here, you've got access to a lot of lovely walks and countryside and beaches, and I go out on my little Vespa. It's just about exploring the countryside and enjoying the bars and restaurants, really. Or you can run up the street behind the house, and there's a little monastery at the top of the hill there where you can sit with your bottle of cava and watch the sun go down, which is really spectacular.
Everywhere you look, a keen imagination has made its mark. Janine's guest bedrooms are on the ground floor at harbour level. A basement games room and cinema completes the lower section of what is a perfect party house. But regardless of its impressive veneer, this house is clearly treasured. It's a home, not an architectural statement.
I get a sense, Janine, that you really love this house.
I do.
That you have a very strong emotional connection to it.
I do. Suits me quite well. And it's very, very cosy, but crazy. I love it.
I think it's one of those marvellous projects that you can imagine drawing and going, yeah, no, we're not really going to do that. It's like a crazy diagram, but they did. They built it.
No, they dug down, they put the pool in. I mean, I am actually known as the lady with the pool in Puerto Soya.
No one else has it.
Nobody else has an indoor pool quite like this one.
Well, it's a house that's sort of brimming over with ideas and creativity, and I think for that, it's really fantastic, very unique.
Thank you.
Majorca is a total joy. With its historic capital city, gorgeous villages, and stunning landscape. And all that attracts people here from right across the globe. Around a fifth of Majorca's residents are foreigners, drawn to a place where it feels like the sky's the limit. All kinds of people follow their dreams, move to the island and set up different businesses in areas ranging from bars and B&Bs to boats. The next guy I'm about to meet swapped the cold north of England and has tapped into a market that brings a surprising number of people from all over the world to Majorca each year. Cycling. I'm meeting him in a beautiful bay in northwest Majorca, close to the village of Sacalobra. Paul Carr came to the island over 2 decades ago to train for triathlon. And for the last 7 years, he's been running a cycling tour business. He's got big plans for me. And for starters, he has me looking the part at least. Paul, originally you were from Hartlepool.
That's correct, yeah.
This is a long way from Hartlepool.
It certainly is.
What was your job before then?
Before I came here, I had a wholesaling business. Handbags, sports bags, doing markets, exhibitions, and I just decided to knock everything on the head. Luckily, I supplied the shops over here to get an income. So as I was training, I was supplying the shop for my products, and that's how I used to
make
an
living.
income. Yeah.
And then, what happened 7 years ago? You just went...
Yeah, 7 years ago, I just thought, right, just concentrating on the cycling. People coming over training. And then I thought, oh, got a chance of starting a business here, you know, doing cycling tours. From year to year, it's gone stronger and stronger, you know, word of mouth.
You don't just take experts around?
No, we go all levels. A lot of people are frightened to come out because they think that the level's going to be high and they're going to be left behind.
And this is what many of the cyclists come for. Named after the nearby village, Sacalobra is a formidable 10-kilometre climb that winds its tortuous way through an almost lunar landscape. Paul set me the daunting task of tackling it.
I can understand why people are nervous about it, because these are very big mountains, very steep hills.
Yes.
Okay, well, should we go and do this thing?
We certainly will. Come on, Charlie.
I'm dreading it.
You'll be all right.
There's no escape. So next I'll be facing the challenge that's on every cyclist's bucket list.
Look at that. That is just jaw-dropping.
In March and April, you guarantee going down, probably seeing 500 to 1,000 riders on this climb.
You're joking.
Anytime, yeah, unbelievable.
And a Balearic bungalow dazzles with its rainbow hues.
Oh, wow.
The yellow is something else, like...
I'm on the final part of my trip around Majorca. I'm with bike entrepreneur Paul Carr. He's about to introduce me to the dubious delights of tackling the 10-kilometre-long Sacalobra, one of cycling's most gruelling hill climbs.
We're basically at sea level.
That's right, yeah.
How high is the top?
Right at the top is 640 metres high.
I have been dreading this. I've been warned. And this is a really famous climb, right? People come from all over the world to do this.
All over the world, yeah. We've had people from Canada, America, South Africa, all over, seriously.
So
yeah.
when I get to the top, I'll have done all right.
When you get to the top, you'll have a smile on your face like a Cheshire cat.
If I get to the top.
You will get to the top. Follow me.
Okay.
Paul's friends join us in a mini peloton, and we're soon pedalling towards the Majorcan mountains.
So just steady as she goes.
Steady away.
And as we climb towards the clouds, it gets clearer and clearer just why Sacalobra is such a draw for cyclists.
Look at that. That is just jaw-dropping.
In March and April, this Sacalobra, you guarantee going down, probably seeing 500 to 1,000 riders on this climb.
You're joking.
Any time, yeah, unbelievable. That's a day.
Over halfway now, and with gradients of up to 10%, this hill is taking its toll. Paul's finding it a lot easier, but then he manages it dozens of times a year.
I think it's just the achievement of doing it. That's what people do it for, you know. The satisfaction and the happiness to get to the top.
As we near the summit, Paul's pals have left me well behind.
Is that the finish there?
That's the finish.
But all that matters is conquering this fearsome climb.
Oh my God.
Well done, my man.
An hour after starting out, our reward is a magnificent but mysterious view, veiled in a mist that blurs the jagged skyline of the Tramontana Mountains.
A little bit of air water.
Oh, yeah. It's good though, isn't it? We have made it to the clouds. That's fantastic. Oh my God.
I can now see why thousands of people come to Majorca every year just to tackle this iconic climb on what must be one of the most spectacular roads in the whole of Europe.
Oh man, that is hard work. That's kind of worth it, almost. I just don't know if I'll be able to walk again.
You'll be all right.
Ever.
So Sacalobra conquered. This Majorcan Shangri-La is magnificent, but it's not the end of my journey round this wonderful island. Now I'm heading down south to Bendinat. It's a short hop from Palma, and royal links help make it one of Spain's most exclusive residential areas. It's the location of the next house on my Majorcan itinerary. A 60s bungalow with a touch of the Hollywood Hills about it. A stone's throw from a quiet, secluded beach. It comes complete with interior design classics. It's owned by German entrepreneurs Christine and Andre, who run a portfolio of businesses on Majorca, ranging from chocolate making to architecture and design.
Welcome.
Very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you. This is tucked away. So what's the story behind the actual building? Because it looks quite old.
It's the original house.
Built in
the 60s.
more or less.
Okay, so sort of quite early for this part of the island then.
Yeah. There were only a few summer houses around here at that time. And I don't think that the street already was developed, actually. I think it was like a dirt track coming down here.
Christine and Andre live here full-time after buying the house 3 years ago. They've sprinkled the upgraded grounds with some Beverly Hills stardust. But they've left the outer shell of the house largely intact, as its weathered roof bears witness.
We were looking for a mid-century house and to design it as a mid-century house.
So mid-century modern, that kind of iconic
Exactly,
LA.
Exactly. Because of the yucca that reminded us to West Hollywood.
And then inside, much more sort of contemporary, isn't it? You've really stripped it out in here.
The bungalow's exterior may be a 60s Spanish relic, but inside, Christine and Andre have achieved the stylish mid-century US vibe they were looking for.
From the outside, you've kept elements of the original design, but you've clearly made some massive changes in here.
In here, everything has changed. Nothing. Exactly.
Notions of Teutonic austerity can be thrown out of the generous front windows and into a sea just 50 meters away. The whole plot is unified by a concrete floor that links the outside to an interior that's full of color and panache. Interior walls have been demolished to make larger rooms. And the ornaments and furnishings were hand-picked especially for this house from across the globe.
The fact the house is very stripped back and quite minimal, but then the objects inside are incredibly colourful. I mean, the sofa, the chair, I mean, even the sheepskin rug in purple. I mean, there's a real nice twist going on there.
The idea was never copying a mid-century house. It was doing our own house in a mid-century style, but doing it to our house and giving our heart and soul into it.
Christine and Andre have sourced some design classics, like the original 1950s Electra chairs in the dining room, and the Arne Jacobsen egg chair in the living room. An eclectic touch is added by water skis that once belonged to a world champion, now transformed into wall art.
Our water ski collection.
The water ski collection, I like the fact the window goes to the floor.
This 3-bedroomed house covers 280 square meters and is basically a long right-angled corridor with rooms off it, culminating in the master suite, which is the kaleidoscopic core of this rainbow-hued house and belies the couple's sober dress sense.
Oh, wow.
This is our
Again,
master bedroom.
the yellow is something else, like really sparky.
It wakes you up in the
And the
morning.
fact that you've got the piping to match the chair, the pink, yeah, colour, you do colour.
Yeah.
You do colour, just
We are colored.
So this was a corridor.
Yeah, her best friend made us decide to knock that wall out, make the connection out to the green area.
It is lovely, isn't it? The fact you can hardly see any houses. I mean, it's just greenery.
It all feels like the product of harmonious teamwork. A joint effort, with one exception that clearly rankles a little.
But I think when we come to the dressing rooms, there's a slight difference in size and...
No, it's the same.
Oh, it's not the same. Like, if you go into mine, like, I would say, like, you know, for me...
That's a good sized dressing room.
Yeah, but it's...
And yours is the same size.
Pretty...
Look at that. I think it's the same size. I mean, nearly.
That is twice the size.
I mean, nearly the same.
Thank you very much.
Look, you've got a whole thing in the middle.
I'm a bit squeezed in here. Also, my it's double size, my stuff.
The couple were first drawn to Majorca by the sun. But even when it sets, this is a house where you just want to sit back and relax.
It really transforms at night, doesn't it? It sort of becomes very intimate.
you don't really feel that there is something around. It's
especially also like at nighttime, there's not much movement around here.
I think what I really love about it is that you have respected the building that was here and you've merely continued its journey rather than, you know, flattened it and started again. And I think there's always something wonderful about that kind of repurposing of a piece of architecture. It kind of has a sort of a kind of authenticity, a sort of I don't know, a generosity.
It kept its roots, I would say.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for showing me around.
Majorcan roots, as Christine and Andre have found out, run deep. Just one of the reasons so many people come to live and work here. And as many more discover Majorca's dramatic and wild west, that won't be changing soon. Majorca is a treat for all the senses.
This island has an intoxicating mix of natural beauty and culture with its towering mountains, beautiful coastline, vibrant cities and towns. And as a result, it has a dazzling variety of houses. So whatever home you're after, the chances are Majorca can offer it. It is in many ways like the Mediterranean in a microcosm.
Next time I'm heading to Italy's beguiling Amalfi Coast, where spectacular homes perch perilously on cliff tops. Red-hot villas reveal stylish interiors, and enchanting family homes hide in remarkable landscapes.
That is stunning.